I hit
That
Mac.
sniper's
He's
not
got
great.
no armor.
I'm dead. They're resin on the back.
Almost got killed by a pistol.
Spider. Coming from the middle.
Dude, how did I
me.
get one tap?
Enemy spotted.
Reviving the Mac.
Killing somebody.
Yes, the Mac. Right here. Both of them are up. They're going for Phantom right now in the back. Oh, dude.
All enemies have been eliminated.
What is going on, everyone? Griffin here, coming at you with some Fixer gameplay, and today we're going to be talking about a possible rework for Fixer again. Let's head over and check it out. So this was something that was posted over on the Reddit page that seems to have been taken from the Rogue Company Discord page, where the new design lead Jared was talking about Fixer. So this is what was said. We will come up with a solution, whether it is to revert or go in a new direction. I meant feels bad for the victims. We have to consider both sides of the experience. Old passive was a feels bad passive, but my team and I will revisit him down the road when I start going through rogues. So I made a video. I've made a couple of videos about the new Fixer passive. The new Fixer passive is absolutely busted and broken in every sense of the word. And here is why I think that is. Fixer has access to sniper rifles. Fixer has access to DMRs. Fixer has access to some of the strongest perks like Legendary Crackshot, and also his ability. Whenever you pop his ability, whenever you get the headshots, you get the damage multiplier from the headshots. That, coupled with the fact that you're completely ignoring enemy armor, you're just ignoring it altogether, is a very, very broken combination in my opinion. And I like the idea of a character in the game that ignores armor. I like the idea of a character in game that maybe has 25 HP, but has way more armor to offset that has a way to gain their armor back and do things in game. I like the idea of a rogue that is very armor centric. Not like Mac, not like Fixer, but very armor centric. You know, Fixer is a character that has been touched, reworked, just absolutely fumbled and fidgeted with ever since the inception, ever since introduced into the game. Whether it be the character, the weapon, or any combination of the two, has been touched and moved and changed and removed from the game at certain points, put back in the game at certain points, weapon removed from the game, put back in. I would really like to see them do something different with Fixer's passive. I think that they need to keep that passive in their pocket, and they need to use that passive, you know, tweak slightly on a different rogue in the future that is very armor centric. But I do feel like Fixer is in a very, very strong position, stronger than he's ever been, in my opinion. I think that he's absolutely busted, and I'm very interested when they do look at the rogues and when they do start considering what's really, really good and really, really strong passives. I do think that Fixer's passive is right up there with Lancer's passive ability, because armor is such an important thing in the game now. You know, rogues that have access to legendary armor and they have that giant health pool completely negates that. And I know that the idea of Fixer's passive is like, well, he's kind of the hard counter for armor and stuff. And it's like, yeah, he's the hard counter for armor. He also has smoke that completely zones off an entire area. He has his ability allows him to see through smoke. Also gets increased damage to headshots. Like, Fixer has now been built and moved around and tweaked enough to where he shouldn't have sniper rifles anymore. If the passive like that is going to work with the direction that these weapon changes are going, that we saw in the Mad Mercenaries mid-season update, having a specific identity for these weapons and having them be very, very good at specific things and also have shortcomings and also have range issues and also have things like that, then it feels like a character that has access to the perk that allows you to just shred armor or ignore armor should be someone that has access to like submachine guns and shotguns. That way that you get those benefits, not at range, not like Fixer where you can snipe someone, or that you could poke them and peep at them with the DMR and ignore that armor. You have to give it to someone that has to close the gap and has to get in close quarters range, so that there's higher risk versus higher reward. Right now, I think that Fixer's not the right person to have that, and I think that there is a huge change that needs to be made. Now, the previous Fixer passive, shrapnel rounds, I didn't like that passive either. I don't like, shooting someone and it slowing them down, and it's very jarring. You're expecting the rogues to move at a specific pace, and then they're not moving at that specific pace anymore because something that you do is influencing that. Yes, it was really strong in a lot of situations, and it was a pretty decent, passive ability, but for my play style, I didn't like it whatsoever. It threw me off more than it helped me in a lot of situations. Just me, personal opinion. So I do think that there is a Fixer, ability, or at least passive ability rework in order at some point, and I'm very interested to see, how the developers view it, also what their thoughts on it are, and then what they would like to do moving forward. And this may be something that's 6 months down the road. This may be something that never comes. This may be something that happens in a year or two. But I do feel that, like I said, I've made several videos about how busted and broken Fixer is. And this is why. It's that passive ability. It's insane. Be sure to let me know what you think in the comments. What would you like to see as a passive ability for Fixer? Not something that ignores armor, not something that slows enemies down whenever you shoot them. If you could design the perfect Fixer passive ability, what would you do? Be sure to let me know what you think in the comments down below. Also, be sure to check that description for links to Facebook, Discord, and Twitter. Those are the places to contact me. If you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. If you've already subscribed to the channel, then consider hitting that join button to become one of the 256 crew members. Lastly, on Thursdays from 8 until 11 p.m. Central Time, Sundays from 10 a.m. until we get tired, I will be streaming here on YouTube. So if you're interested and available, please feel free to stop by and say hello there. Thanks for watching, guys.